Burger.
For hamburger?
Uh-huh.
That's how you guys say it?
Yeah, absolutely. We don't say the ham. We just say burger.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm. How do you say it?
Hamburger or burger.
Burger. Burger. Parking.
You're talking about a parking lot.
Yeah.
We just say parking lot, but in France, you would call a parking lot?
Parking. Donc, if you are like looking for a place to park in France, you'd better say, est-ce qu'il y a un parking? Is there a parking lot, basically?
So interesting to
I
me.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Babyfoot.
Yeah, this one is so weird. I don't know where it comes from. We're talking about the game foosball.
It's crazy to me as well that it's like so different.
And it's like babyfoot.
And yeah, it's all English. So, and you say babyfoot, not even babyfoot.
Yeah.
Babyfoot.
It's so funny, so
Yeah,
weird.
it's very
We have to know where it comes from if anybody knows.
Absolutely. Meeting.
Like a meeting at work?
Mm-hmm.
So you would say like we have a...
On a un meeting. Ouais.
Okay. And is that in France too?
Yeah. And you say, well, meeting. And you see, I'm really insisting on the T and on the G at the end. Meeting. G.
Okay. How do you actually say meeting in French?
Réunion.
We have a reunion.
Ouais. Well, yeah, réunion. Yeah.
For us, it's like a family get together.
No, the proper way is réunion. That's for sure.
Okay.
Cool.
Like, that's cool.
Yeah. And so that one is cool.
And you've adopted that from English?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you think that when French people say these words, they think they are saying it like we do?
I don't think so, but if you're pronouncing like you do, you're gonna sound like pretentious or just like, what are you doing, you know?
It would be like if I went up to a cafe here in the United States and I said, oh, hey, I want a croissant.
Voilà.
People would think I was being so pretentious that I said it the right way, technically. So I have to say croissant. In fact, I think that's one of the funniest things you've told me when you came to America.
Yeah, and the fact that there was like something written on the board, you know, to order. And
In
was
French?
In French. It was like literally, I could read it in French. It was café au lait. But of course, if I would have said that way.
You did say it that way.
Yeah, in fact, yeah, I think I remember I said it that way. And she couldn't understand. So then I had to do like café au lait. And that worked like a charm. So,
How weird is that,
yeah,
that you have to do that? It's kind of like when we order wine, same thing. You
Yeah,
have
same
to
thing.
say it in the American way.
Exactly. I usually say Chateau Le Seg, for instance. And the person is always repeating, oh, the chateau.
Oh, the chateau, and they're all chateau for French wines. You're like, yeah, the chateau.
Exactly. Hyper.
This is hyper, like that's hyper. What?
Par exemple, for instance, in French we will say, oh, c'est hyper cher. We use it as a superlative on a lot of words to insist on the fact that it's a lot. Like,
So in that case, it's hyper expensive.
voilà. Hyper cher, hyper expensive. Hyper compliqué, hyper complicated.
Yeah.
But it's not uncommon. That's the weird thing. It's very common to say that.
And you think you got that from English?
I don't
Is it
know.
a French word? It's more the phrasing that comes from us, not necessarily the word.
Maybe it's coming from that. Next one is interesting. Pullover.
This is what they call a sweater. So they call it a pullover, but you say it in a way that you almost don't recognize the word if you're English.
Totally. And I don't know if it's only me, but I learned that it was an English word and it was like literally pullover very late in my life. Like, because when I was a kid, it was like a French word.
Thought it
like,
was a word in French.
There's no, and now when I not only understand how it's composed, I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
You pull it over you.
And we call them a pullover too. It's more like a hoodie. I don't know, people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's more like a hoodie without a zipper in the front, so it's a pullover.
Yeah.
But you call every sweater, any kind of sweater, is a pullover.
Well, exactly.
Okay.
Pullover. T-shirt.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have heard French people say that one. I think if you listen to French people speak, they do say t-shirt that way.
T-shirt. Ouais.
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Okay.
Un jean.
In the beginning of our relationship, he would ask me if I was going to wear my jean. Yeah. And I was like, you mean my jeans? And he's like, oh, in French, it's one gene is what they call it, not some genes.
So it's one of the language actually, like French, that forgot that it was plural for a pair of pants. Is that correct?
Yeah, even pants. We say
right.
a pair of
Pants, exactly. So we say un jean, un pantalon, but in English, so a pair of pants. In Spanish, pantalones. So they kept it as well in, but I think I've heard as well French, maybe the older French as well was saying des pantalons, and then we lost it.
I guess we're counting the number of legs.
Yeah, no, it makes, I mean, you told me that, that's how I kind of, yeah, it makes sense.
That's how you remember
Yes.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Startup.
So a startup, a business startup. I can see how that would work its way into like YouTube, podcasts, things that you watch a lot, and then the word just like takes fire and
Exactly, but
startup.
yeah, so that's the thing. It's like maybe Americans or English people won't understand French people saying the word startup because we are pronouncing one word, like startup.
Well, and you say the R like the French way instead of
probably.
startup.
Right,
you know.
startup.
Startup.
Yeah. Happy hour. Alors, this one, happy hour. This one, if you say in France, you're in France with your friends, you say, hey guys, let's go to happy hour. Like, they will laugh at you, I'm sure.
So what do you think they call happy hour in France before you adopted our word?
L'apéro. C'est l'apéro. But
Apéritif.
l'apéritif. The difference is happy hour has a specific hour time. L'apéro can go in a wider range of hours, I would say, at the end of the day.
Just kind of before dinner.
Yeah, before dinner. But it could also be before lunch as well. L'apéro, that's
really?
it's like you can take l'apéro before lunch as well. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
In Quebec, they call that le 5 à 7.
The 5 to 7?
Exactly, because it's 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay, yeah.
And it became a full word, like 5 à 7.
It just sounds like one word, like, yeah.
Right. Footing.
So we don't use this in English in America. Maybe in England they do, but footing, like F-O-O-T-I-N-G, is like jogging for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? I forgot that you are not using it in America. I would have said, let's go for footing.
Really?
Yeah.
And so
footing.
it's a noun for you. It's not a verb.
Un footing, oui.
And if you are doing, like if you're in the process of doing a footing, how would you say it?
Je fais un footing. I'm making one.
Okay.
Like, je suis en train de faire un footing.
So it stays a noun. You never put it into a verb.
No.
Okay. It's cool.
Ouais.
It's cool.
C'est cool.
C'est cool.
Sandwich.
Sandwich. I asked Fabien one time, so what is the French word for sandwich? And he was like, I don't think we have one. And it kind of speaks to, it's sort of our like culture of having sandwiches, lots of sandwiches.
Absolutely.
In our day-to-day life. And for you guys, you have like the baguette.
Le jambon beurre.
Yeah.
It's like an iconic, sandwich that you can find, So it's all about French, the baguette is like the basis of a sandwich. But I don't know, maybe you French that is listening, if you have, I cannot think of it right now.
Educate us.
Shopping.
So shopping, going shopping.
So on that one is you go with the O, shopping.
Shopping.
Not shopping.
But then when you were actually in France and you're like, hey, let's go grocery shopping, in French you say...
Ah oui, on va faire les courses.
Faire les courses.
Faire les courses.
Make the...
Course means like a run.
Yeah, make the runs, make the run like errands almost.
Yeah, errands, yeah. That's.
Can you use it for errands? Or is it just grocery shopping if you say?
Just grocery shopping, yeah. Les courses. Les courses. And on peut faire une course aussi. Ouais.
Une petite course. Does that mean you're going to get one thing at the grocery store?
Not one thing, it's just it can be one thing, it can be a small amount of things.
Really?
Yeah, it goes, je vais faire une petite course, and you
I'm just going to do a little grocery shopping.
Yeah, little kind of thing, to buy.
Yeah, just like we aren't actually doing a little grocery shopping, but that's how we say it. Same thing. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
lots of different American words or British words that you French use day to day. I know we have a ton in English of French words that we say every day, and it's just interesting how that crosses over.
Exactly.
Until next time, thanks y'all.
Et à bientôt.